Now we're going to talk about the emergency radio procedures, and I want to first start off with Ann on this one because it always seems to come up and people have different ideas about our radio system, what channels are monitored, what's not. So I just want to make sure we're clear off the start here when we talk about our emergency radio procedures. And Ann, I guess the question would be, does the dispatchers know on any channel I'm on, if I declare an emergency, will they see that?
Yeah, the emergency alert will goes off room-wide. Every dispatcher in the room gets an alert if an emergency button's hit. We will know that even if the person's on a private talk group, municipal talk group, any talk group. We won't get the 10-second open mic if you're not on a talk group the dispatcher's monitoring, but we will get the alert.
Okay, very good, and I appreciate that and clarifying that, because a lot of us that do operate on private want to make sure that if that emergency button's hit, that you are being notified.
Absolutely. The only exception to that is, of course, when you're on simplex, which is always the exception to every rule since it's not on our radio system. That's a, talk to talk. It's not to the dispatch.
Thank you. I'm going to now turn it over to the fire chiefs to give a perspective on the emergency radio procedure.
So the reason to clarify this is obviously we're trying to reduce the amount of radio time on the operations channel, the ailing channels. If you can go to your private channel when it's just an individual company, you have an emergency, you push the button, you'll still get the 10-second open mic that the commander will hear because he's out, the incident command is obviously going to be on the private channel, so they'll be able to hear it. It's just that, and county will know it, they just won't hear it. So there's things will be happening in the background as well as in the present for this to happen.
And I guess another good point is if you're on your private channel, it's your single company response.
Right.
Good.
And I will add to that, if we do get the emergency alert and we can't hear it, we will contact incident command to make sure that they're aware of the emergency alert.
What about if it's, I guess, not a radio that's being monitored? It's like, the training center. What's the process look like for those types of non-emergency type stuff? People at our instance.
Sure. If we have an emergency alert from a radio that's not from somebody you want to call, we will try to make contact with the chief of the department. If it's an assigned radio, then if we know who the radio is assigned to, we can try to reach out directly to that person.
Got it.